Hello again, boys and girls. I'm back and I thought we could read the rest of our story and finish up Mercy Watson to the rescue. Sound good? Okay, so when we left off, the firefighters, I have to check back in the book and see, Ned and Lorenzo are their names. So they heard help, help, and they're running off to see who they need to rescue and what's going on. Chapter 9. Ned and Lorenzo ran toward the call for help. They went into the Watsons' house. Help! Ned and Lorenzo looked up. They saw a bed hanging out of the ceiling. They saw Mr. and Mrs. Watson holding on to the bed for dear life. That's an expression. It means that they're hanging on to it because they're super, super scared that they could get hurt for dear life. Look at it. That'd be pretty scary if you were on the top floor and your bed had broken through the ceiling and you're looking down and you can see underneath and outside of your bed. That would be kind of scary. Let's see what happens. "We are saved!" cried Mrs. Watson. "Of course we are saved," said Mr. Watson. "Mercy has alerted the fire department." "She is amazing," said Mrs. Watson. "She is unbelievable." "She is a porcine wonder," said Mr. Watson. Ned and Lorenzo ran upstairs. They picked up Mr. and Mrs. Watson. The Watsons' bed sighed loudly and crashed all the way through the floor. And those firefighters got there just in time. My dogs are really picking a good time to come in and out of the house a lot right now, aren't they? It's that time of day and it's warming up. Boom! Mr. Watson looked at the hole where the bed used to be. Riddick loves getting pets. I hope you don't mind, guys. "I have always believed very firmly in the fire department," said Mr. Watson. "As have I," said Mrs. Watson. "As have I." From outside the Watsons' house came a squeal. "Gotcha!" shouted Eugenia. Who do you think she's got? Hi. Maybe Mercy? Let's see. Chapter 10. Ned and Lorenzo and Mr. and Mrs. Watson all went outside. Eugenia was sitting on the ground. Her arms were wrapped around Mercy's neck. Her cheek was resting on Mercy's back. Eugenia was breathing very loudly. Why do you think she was breathing so loudly? Was she tired from chasing Mercy all around? "This pig," she said, "was on my property." "We'd prefer that you did not call her a pig," said Mrs. Watson. "We prefer that you call her a porcine wonder," said Mr. Watson. "After all, she did save us. She's a hero." "She's a pig," said Eugenia. She started to cry. There, sister," said Baby. She bent over and patted Eugenia on the back. Mercy yawned. She was very tired. "I guess that's it," said Ned. "Yep," said Lorenzo. "Our work here is done." "Wait," said Mrs. Watson. "It's almost time for breakfast." "Oink?" asked Mercy. I bet you know what she's hoping for. "That's right, breakfast," said Mrs. Watson. She kissed the top of Mercy's head. She looked up at the firemen. "Do you boys like toast?" Chapter 11. In the Watsons' house, around the Watsons' kitchen table, sat Eugenia, Lincoln, and Baby Lincoln, and Mr. Watson, and Mrs. Watson, and Ned, and Lorenzo. And Mercy, of course. She was at the head of the table, in the seat of honor. And in front of her, on her favorite blue plate, was a very tall stack of hot, buttered toast. "A toast to Mercy," said Mr. Watson, holding up his glass of orange juice. because there's toast like you eat and there's toast when you toast someone. A toast to our darling, our dear, said Mrs. Watson. A toast to Mercy, said Baby. Well, look at it. They're all sitting around the table. That is a lot of buttered toast, you guys. In my opinion, said Eugenia, pigs should not be toasted. In my opinion, pigs do not belong at the kitchen table. To our hero, said Mr. Watson, where would we be without Mercy? Yes, said Mrs. Watson. Who would have saved us? I can't imagine, said Ned. Me neither, said Lorenzo. They all clinked glasses. Mercy had another piece of toast. Chapter 12. Outside the Watsons' house, the sun was rising. First the sun was red, and then it was orange. It rose higher and higher. Inside the Watsons' house, Mercy was lying on the couch. She was getting ready to take a nap. Oh, she looks cozy, huh? Have you ever taken a nap on your couch before when it's nice and warm in the sunshine? Bright, bright is the morning sun, sang Mr. and Mrs. Watson together. But brighter still is our porcine wonder. Mercy smiled. She closed her eyes. She was asleep before Mr. and Mrs. Watson even finished the song. That's the end of our book. So, I thought later this week we could start the next book. Oh yeah, I bought the set for us. Book 2, Mercy Watson Goes for a Ride. So, I thought we could try that later this week. And boys and girls, if you liked that directed draw bunny drawing and you'd like another one, please have Mom and Dad send me an email and I will set another fun event for us up with some directed drawing. Take care, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Virtual hugs. Bye now.